Join the private sector energy efficiency movement led by the National Business Initiative by plugging into energy efficiency and stem the tide of rising energy costs.
So just some practical tips on energy saving for HVAC systems. Some of the things you can do is just basically to avoid excessive heating or cooling. A typical temperature for human beings is 22 to 24 degrees. You don't need to have your air conditioner in winter sitting at 30 degrees or in summer sitting at 16 degrees. Okay, that's a waste of energy. Okay, I mean, you find some people sitting there at 16 degrees and somebody next to him is freezing cold. You find that all over. You go to offices and with the door wide open, the air conditioner is running, the door wide open, for example. Those type of things. So the proper operating of the air conditioning system must be within that framework, 22 to 24 degrees. Okay. The other thing also is reduce internal solar heat gains to avoid overheating. So this is typically talking about building insulation, insulating the buildings to prevent heat losses during winter and overheat gain during summer. Okay. So South Africa, there's a lot of opportunity for insulating your buildings, and it's a much cheaper alternative than putting new technology. Like examples, like when Benjamin can give you examples, in Europe they paint the roofs white in summer to reflect a lot of the heat from the building so it doesn't retain all the heat. So that also helps in terms of, so there's lots of things that you can do with insulation to save energy, okay? And obviously reduce your air conditioning. Also the other thing that saves on air conditioning, when you change your lights to energy efficient lights, like if you like incandescent light bulbs generate a lot of heat, isn't it? By changing that to energy efficient, you actually reduce the amount of heat in the room, and the air conditioner also runs less as well. Okay. The other thing is look at putting control systems on the air conditioning systems, and to match your occupancy. For example, air conditioning systems come now with even occupancy sensors or timers and stuff like that you can put on them. The one project we did at UJ recently was where we put in a control system on the air conditioning system for students, because when the lecture hall is empty, the room has to be at a certain temperature because you can't switch off the aircon system. And when the lecture starts, you get like 100 students coming into the room, and then the temperature picks up quite quickly, so the aircon has to run. So you have to control it like that, so to save energy as well. So for different types of applications, you can control it using the control systems, BMS systems, building management systems, and those type of things. And obviously ensuring your chilled water pipes and ducts are well insulated, they're not damaged. So those type of things. So another example I did was at the hospital in Stanger, government hospital, where the chiller plants were completely not maintained and broken down, and the temperature of the chiller plant was running at 6 degrees instead of 12 degrees, and the air ducts were leaking and all sorts of things. So obviously they weren't getting enough cooling, so they had to reduce the temperature to 6 degrees to get enough cooling throughout the building. So some parts of the building were very cold, and other parts were very warm or just average temperature. So it caused a lot of problems just by not maintaining it. Okay.